most of the critical response to the third edition was pretty good. But from readers, I've had a great deal of enthusiasm because I've done a great many talks. I mean, well over 150 talks in Britain and Ireland and the United States, and a few more than that a couple in Canada and some in mainland Europe. And so there are always people who come along at the end and ask me if I would sign a copy of their book. So then we have a conversation, and most of those people are genuinely pleased about the whole thing and share their enthusiasm with me. There are always a couple of people who just want to buttonhole you and tell you what they think for 10 minutes. But that's very much a minority of people. And then sometimes, there are people who surprise you at the end. I remember in almost nearly 20 years ago now, so the book was comparatively new, and I was doing some talks in art centres in Britain. There was a guy waiting to speak to me at the end, and I assumed that he was going to just ask me something about Bob or whatever. Instead of which, he asked me if I would be interested in being a visiting fellow at the University of Cambridge, Girton College. So that was greatly flattering because I've always been independent scholar, completely outside the academic world, although I've done many talks at American universities, and obviously I know that my book is in a lot of universities. Nevertheless, it was the first time that an academic institution like that had offered me something really special. And I did that for the spring term of 2005. I loved it. It was wonderful. And it was actually there in their library that I began to work on the Bob Dylan Encyclopedia.